I'd like to start off this video by apologising for not uploading the video when I intended to last week. It's been a bit of a stress, to say the least. I came over to Thailand, all ignorant, thinking, you know, I could use the exact same laws that I do in England to, you know, catch predators over here. No, not the case. Turns out, shock horror, Thailand have different laws and different rights when it comes to catching child predators, and a different way you have to report it and everything. I had no... Well, I should have had a clue. I'm just a bit of an idiot. So I've been informed that I'm allowed to tell you this much. The predator that I came to Thailand to catch, I've caught. I've got all of the evidence done. He's from England, which I'm allowed to say, and we're just going through the, you know, the proper way of reporting this over here. Because I have to get different lawyers, I've had to get Thai lawyers involved and a translator, and everything's taking longer than, you know, it normally would. I'm going through 2 people instead of 1. But I should know within the next week how much I'm allowed to upload, if I'm allowed to upload, or if I'm not allowed to upload, if you get what I mean. Job's done, we're going through it properly. You've got to understand that, you know, for me, first and foremost is my personal safety, then it's arrests, and then it's YouTube content. I hope you can understand why it's in that order. I don't want to be one of these YouTubers that, you know, just makes a video, doesn't go through the police and uploads it on YouTube without a care in the world, because there's some moral dilemmas there for me. But I should let you know very soon what's going on with this video. So I've got somewhat of a mini series on this YouTube channel where people, you know, send me videos to react to. People doing sting operations, good, bad, ugly, whatever. And I give a somewhat professional take on it. My content should be seen as transformative on YouTube, and this video is monetized, which should leave this video on YouTube monetized, according to YouTube's own terms of service. The video I'm reacting to today has been requested for me to watch and react to multiple times on my Instagram. My Instagram is on the screen right now. Please check it out. I haven't watched any of this video yet, as I feel like scripting videos takes away some authenticity from what I'm doing. If it's too heavily scripted, I feel like you can tell, and, you know, it just becomes like a really bad sitcom. So I'm watching this at the same time you're watching this, and we'll go through this together.
Behind the scenes being the volunteers that put together each of these episodes, that hunt for these creepers. Julia here obviously looks different because she's a female. Our unicorn that rarely rears its head.
This is somewhat true. Depending on what psychologist you want to listen to, pedophilia can be interpreted as a sexual orientation, which wouldn't be more guided to a certain gender. This potentially means that, you know, child predators are 50-50 between, you know, both sexes. It's just men are more impulsive, generally speaking, and more likely to act on their sadistic urges.
Believes she's initially chatting with a 14-year-old child. Later, she's told in chat, in text messaging, that the child's actually 13. We called our female predator here, before we even caught her, a unicorn.
So at the point that somebody messages this woman and says they're 14, and then later on apparently says they're 13, I haven't seen that text message yet, this woman should just stop conversation. Report her on the app for being underage as a dating app, and get on with her day. Because any conversation before the point of being told of their actual age doesn't matter in a court of law. For example, Julia could say, "You're really good looking, I want to do blah 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 to you." If the person then says, "Hey, I'm 14, her saying, "I want to do blah 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 to you," cannot be interpreted as grooming, as they didn't know the true age of the child. So at the point this child says, "I'm 14 or 13, Julia is now engaging with active grooming online.
Like Julia was revealing some male type typical behavior in sending the child a naked photograph of herself. Julia described being anxious because the child was still underage technically.
I've mentioned this in videos before. This is an admission of guilt, as it were. If you're on the jury on this case, for example, and you see a child predator mentioned to the underage prop I'm worried about your age because I can get into trouble. That means they are competent enough to know what they are doing is illegal and wrong, which means they can't use a lot of defenses that defense attorneys tend to use in these cases, i.e. my client doesn't understand this properly, my client doesn't realise their age, blah blah blah. So he goes on in this monologue for a little bit longer and comes to confronting this woman.
Julia? Hey, how you doing? Julia Mason? I remember you.
Playing it off as if he doesn't know she's intending to meet this 13 or 14-year-old girl. I didn't see confirmation of 13, so I'm going to stick with what I saw, which was 14 years old. I'm guessing he's doing this so she can confirm her identity before he, then gets into, hey, you're here to meet a 14-year-old. This is a smart way of approaching it because at a later date, she can't back out and say, oh, that wasn't me, that was there, or blah, blah, blah.
Oh. Conestoga? No. Julia Mason, though. Why are you here?
Looks like he's playing it off as if like it's an old high school friend or something like that. And she's like giggling like, yeah, oh my god, how do you remember me? Could you imagine the shock on her face when she realised this isn't an old high school friendship, this is the 14-year-old girl she was intending to meet. And as everything in this video is talking about the female body, I feel like it's only fair to talk about balls. I've partnered with Manscaped again to help spread awareness of testicular cancer. Every purchase on Manscaped will go towards contributions to the Testicular Cancer Society. One man every hour is diagnosed with testicular cancer, and not enough people check. So purchasing a product through Manscaped with my discount code FOX, not only do you receive a 20% discount, you also have slippery smooth balls, and you're helping spread awareness for testicular cancer and could possibly save a life. So to repeat that, smooth balls or any other body part, like I use my hair with the same thing. Abby goes mental, but they're waterproof, so I can wash it between different heads. Discount on how much you spend, and you could possibly save a life. So please check out the link in the description down below, use the code FOX for 20% off, and you could possibly save a life, and that's a very cool thing to do. Let's get back into the video.
You guys are on a date, I can tell.
No.
Oh.
The look on her face when she sees the camera, she's like this. she knows she's messed up at this point. Like the look on one of these people's faces when the realization hits them is one of the most satisfying things in the world. So fuck.
Why are you here?
We're meeting someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alyssa.
Silence. Are you here to meet Alyssa?
Alyssa. Does she know her age?
So at this point, I assume that they know that they've been caught red-handed by who they thought was a schoolmate, which just makes it even worse.
Does she know Alyssa's age? She did? You told her that she was 13? How old are you?
21.
What's 9 plus 10? 21. What's 13-year-old girl in a coffee shop? Prison time.
Why would you come here?
I'm her girlfriend.
Okay.
Oh, so you wanted to participate in the child. There's no other way, I don't know, a nicer way to put it. You're just as disgusting.
So you came here knowing that she was coming to meet a 13-year-old child.
I thought it was just as friends.
Oh, I take it all back. I mean, they're only meeting this 13-year-old girl as friends. Oh, it makes sense. My fucking brain.
Just as friends.
Yeah, nothing more.
Do you know that she sent her a naked picture?
No.
Of her?
I didn't know that.
Do you know that's illegal, right?
Yeah, I know. Fuck's given. Really? Is there? Zero. It's insane. She's like, I'll just go back on my phone and order some more food. And the woman that was instigating the entire conversation is just sitting there nodding. It's mental. It's mental.
Then why would you do it? Do you want to go outside? I don't want to embarrass you in here.
I want to take a second to commend the person who is instigating this encounter. Pulling people to the side is such a rare occurrence. A lot of these YouTube channels want to just publicly defame these people and publicly humiliate them to the point of sometimes suicide. Allowing them the opportunity to remove themselves somewhat from the situation is a good thing to do. Not only does it protect yourself in case somebody overhears a conversation and acts, but it also protects them and helps the police investigation go a lot smoother.
I'm not the police. The camera's for my safety and yours, so people can't say that I did something to you or that you did something to me. For court later, maybe.
For court later, maybe. I don't get it. The girl on the left, for the best descriptive term, is just playing off as if nothing's happening. Just, I'll sit on my phone and, you know, it'll go away in the end. That's fine. And the other one's just staring him out. This is the most bizarre reaction to being caught doing this that I've ever seen. This is insane.
Just to be engaging with a child like that, why? Like, I know you're involved in this. Do you know what criminal offense this is?
Yes.
What?
That was such a quick response. You were definitely involved. No, I wasn't. Do you know what criminal? Yes.
Which offense?
Where you can be charged?
Yeah, which one do you think it is?
I'm not sure.
It's called child luring. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's child abduction. A 1-year minimum as an indictable offense.
So he mentions here a law that isn't normally picked up. Just luring a child to a meeting, as he said, could be seen as kidnapping. Not only that, but you have additional charges of child grooming, potential assault, intent to meet a minor for sex, sending a minor provocative photos and requesting child. There's a strong list here. And in my experience, people don't get sentenced long enough for it.
1 year minimum. I know you're looking at her, but she didn't know any better. She just thought you were coming here for friends, right? That's what
Yeah.
you're saying to me.
Yeah.
But you, there was sexual intent. That's even more charges. So why don't you tell me why?
It's crazy. It's insane that, you know, the girl on the left is so clearly nervous. So clearly nervous and agitated and jumpy. The girl on the right, I think the realization's hit her that she's done fucked up and, you know, her life probably won't be the same after this. So far, this video has been very professional. I'm very impressed. I just hope he fucking calls the police.
What's your name?
Marianne.
So why did you come here, Marianne, knowing that she was coming to meet a 13-year-old?
We were at the mall.
Okay.
We were just getting a few things from the dollar store that we needed.
But you
I was with her.
drove with her here?
No, we took the bus from the mall.
Walked?
We were on our way home.
Drove? Took the bus? Did you think this was wrong in some way?
Yes.
Then why would you do it?
I thought we were just meeting as friends.
Is it normal for a 21-year-old as the younger person in the couple and a woman that looks like she may be in her 30s going to meet a 13-year-old girl in a random cafe as friends? How can you try and justify that? It's such a bizarre way of explaining why you're meeting a 13-year-old that you had sexual conversations with.
I didn't know anything else.
Even with no sexual intent. No sexual intent at all. Child luring is a 1-year minimum in jail. Minimum. People get 10 years for this sometimes.
I don't know why the other woman isn't speaking. I just want to hear her voice, to be honest. If it's as alluring as her text messages, I reckon she would speak like a fucking tramp.
On the south side. So like, when she tells you her age on the dating app, what's going through your mind? It seemed like you didn't even care.
It's not good enough to say I don't know what was going through my mind. You know exactly what was going through your mind. That's why you sent her nude photos. That's not an accident. You didn't mean to send her a picture of Bugs Bunny and accidentally click the wrong thing in your camera roll and then still click send, did you? You know exactly what your intentions were. It was very clear to even me, who didn't conduct this sting operation. It's just a lie. You've been caught and now you're shitting yourself.
Doing this with a 13-year-old child, think about what you were like at 13. The mindset is not there. You're the adult in the situation, right? You're the adult too, at 21.
She is in her 30s and she definitely knows right from wrong. If she didn't know right from wrong, one, she wouldn't have mentioned in the text messages, this is why they're important to show, she was worried about her age. Because that means she knows right from wrong. The second thing is her acting this quiet and nervous because she knows she's been caught doing something wrong. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that at no point in the drive and no point in the wait, when you're meeting a minor, does it go through your head that this is probably a bad idea.
Section 172.1 of the Criminal Code. I want you to go home and look it up. Go Google it or whatever. Child luring. You also sent explicit images to a child. This is another separate criminal offense. That carries another sentence along with it.
Plus grooming, plus intent to meet a minor for sex, and potentially booking rooms and stuff. It's a crazy thing.
You could be technically held responsible. Conspiracy to commit child luring just by being here with her. Conspiracy or aiding, and it carries the very same sentence.
And then here comes my issue with this video. Everything throughout the entire thing was professional. He quoted the right laws, he wasn't too overbearing, he wasn't intimidating, he didn't raise his voice, but he still didn't call the police. I don't know why. Maybe this is an American thing, maybe they have different laws. I don't know too much about it. Let me break down why it's important on every level to call the police. Number one, they've broken laws. It should be your due diligence. You should call the police, right? Because you just should. Number two, if this person becomes suicidal after this encounter, if they're in police custody, they can put them on suicide watch and prevent a death, right? Number three, if you let this person go home and you upload this video without, contacting the authorities, it could, for no better word, fuck up an investigation on this person. For example, if I'm talking to a 50-year-old man, I may not be the only person talking to this 50-year-old man, and most likely I'm not. Which means that if a real 12, 13, 14-year-old girl is messaging this man and then reports it to the police, there's an active criminal investigation going on. If I then proceed to upload a video on the same person and do it wrong, I can ruin that investigation and let him go free. And number four, you won't get people like me criticising you for not calling the police. So just do it. Thank you for the support on my content recently. It's been nothing shy of amazing. I've made an OnlyFans to show pictures of my cock. Go check it out. That's a joke. No, it's not. Check it out. Thank you guys for watching. It's a pleasure as always to bring content to you, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below if you're excited for the encounter in Thailand between me and another Englishman. Stay safe and peace.